Are you on a scholarship?
Oh yeah, I got like 75% scholarship from Emory.
Why did you not apply to more B school? How are they finding these high-paying jobs?
The most important thing is you should show interest in the school. At IIMs they look at the base or the median, like it's 18 lakhs here, it's 17.5 here, so I'll go to the 18 lakhs one.
So if someone is confused between choosing to go for an MBA or not, now with the experience that you've had, what would you recommend them?
Yeah, I was like, see, we all are sitting in the same class. Okay, I'm a fresher, you have work ex, but so what? It's good to have the confusion. So when you are confused, it means that you are actually thinking.
Yeah, you have two good options, that means.
Yeah, I knew that if I get into Kellogg, I have a good probability, but I would not be getting a scholarship. I really didn't want to spend too much out of my pocket.
In today's video, I have Sai Siddhartha with me. He studied his bachelor's from NIT, then studied at IIM, and then worked at one of the biggest companies in India, and now is doing an MBA from USA. It is because of stories like his, people in India tend to understand the importance of quality education. In this video, he talks about how to get accepted in some of the best B schools in USA, how to get scholarships in these B schools, also how to decide which school to go to. I mean, this is an amazing video. I'm really excited to talk to someone who studied both at IIM and now an MBA at USA and talk about the difference. So let's get started.
I have to ask you, what was your CAT score and what was your GMAT score?
So my GMAT score is 730.
And CAT score?
96.
Wow. Are you on a scholarship?
Oh yeah, I got like 75% scholarship from Emory.
Are all the students here on scholarship?
I mean, not necessarily, but Emory is, really good with scholarships. So they're right to get the right talent.
Okay.
So if they feel like you are the right fit, yeah, they give you great scholarships here.
हम लोगों को बार-बार लोकेशन चेंज करनी पड़ रही है because Atlanta weather today is a bit crazy. But yeah, coming back to scholarships.
Yeah, so as I was telling, the GMAT score is really important, your profile is really important, your essays are really important, and I feel your interview is really important. The most important thing is you should show interest in the school. So like when you're giving your interview or through your resume or through your essays, not through resume but through your essays, the admissions team has to understand that, yeah, like this guy is really interested in my school. So that's when they give you good scholarships. That's what I believed in, and that actually worked out for me.
Did you get an application fee waiver here?
Yes.
In all the universities that you applied?
Yes.
So you started your journey really early. I mean, you knew
Yeah, these are very important. Like you should apply in round one. You should know like every institute has a different webinar or something where they give you the codes where you get application fee waiver. So that's also very important to know. You need to start your journey like way early. That's when you understand, you speak to people, you got enough time, make a decision. Oh, it's a big lengthy process.
Interesting. So IIMs also have high packages.
Yes.
Emory has crazy high package.
Yeah.
Do you see a difference between IIM and Emory in terms of career services?
Okay, so I feel the entire placement scenario which happens in India is way different from what it happens in the US. So for example, if you take in India, either IITs or NITs or IIMs, companies come to your campus. But that's not the case in the US. See, there will be few reputed firms which have great tie-ups with your institute, but the hiring process is not how it happens like in India. So even though Emory has a great tie-up with EY, Delta, PwC, Deloitte, so they visit the campus, but even before that, you need to have had coffee chats with few of their employees. You need to have understood the company culture. So when somebody comes here, okay, they should recognize.
Did you know about all these coffee chat things when you were back in India?
Not really, but after I came here, but when I was interacting with students,
so they told you?
Yeah, I was like, how's the placement like? So then they were like, you need to do coffee chats. Not just, I spoke to people from Duke as well. Even they say like, you need to do coffee chats. So that's when I understand like what coffee chatting is all about. So
have you started your coffee chat journey?
Not really. And again, I feel coffee chats, personally, I feel they are, it's just like if you're excited about something, like how I was excited about Emory, I reached out to so many people and I try to understand like what Emory is about. Similarly, if you're excited about a company or a role, you would reach out to people and then try to gain as much knowledge as possible, because that would help you for your interviews. I would look at coffee chat as something like that, or maybe I'm too ignorant to know about it because I just started, so maybe I'll know it better going further.
Would you, I mean, do you love the decision that you took?
Oh, I love the decision. I mean, I feel like this is one of the best decisions which I took. I mean, even post my engineering, I was like, should I go to IIM Ranchi or should I go to some other institute? So back then I felt like this is the best decision I took. So I somehow feel like I had that confidence in me, or I mean, the college has kind of changed my view towards the world. I somehow liked like maybe IIM back then or NIT Suratkal like after my 12th, or Emory after working for almost 6 years.
If you had to go back, would you take this Emory decision somewhere previously, or this is the perfect time that you should have taken it after 6 years?
Oh, maybe 1 year earlier.
5 years.
Yeah. So
If you had got the chance to get the same position at the age of 24.
Oh, Emory?
Emory. 2 years
Okay.
of BPCL, and now you're getting a chance to go to Emory. Same scholarship, everything same.
I mean, I would definitely, because it's Emory and I would like to be here. But again, I would say that it's always good to have, I mean, 4 or 5 years work experience. I'm saying this because I already did my PGDM as a fresher.
Okay.
So I back then when I was a fresher, I used to think that like what difference would it really make?
Yeah, after a PG diploma, what difference would it make?
Yeah, I was like, see, we all are sitting in the same class. Okay, I'm a fresher, you have work ex, but so what? But it actually makes a lot of difference. And I should thank like BPCL, because like I had to work on everything myself. I mean, I got an experience on so many things. So how the entire business chain works, the supply, the demand, the pricing, the fluctuations in the market and all. So it gives an idea, okay, so now if I sit in the class and my operations professor says something, I can relate to what I actually did. Or my accounting professor comes and says that what is the current ratio. Oh, I could relate to like what I have done.
Interesting.
So these I think are very important.
So if someone is confused between choosing to go for an MBA or not,
Yeah.
now with the experience that you've had, what would you recommend them?
Yeah, it's always, I feel it's good to have the confusion. So when you are confused, it means that you are actually thinking.
Yeah, you have two good options, that means. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good thing to start off with. But then again, I feel like there should be some driving factor on why you are doing a certain thing. Like either if you want to do an MBA, like what's your driving factor behind it? Or if you don't want to do an MBA, it's fine. So it should not be like, okay, my friend is doing, or like I see a lot of people going to do their MBA in the US, so let me also give it a try. I don't think that's the right thing to do. So if you have the sole purpose of like, see, mine was I wanted to be in the classroom setup once again. I wanted to be in a set of diverse people, like great faculty. I wanted a change of culture. So that's what actually drove me here. So if you have something like that which you can answer to yourself, then yeah, I can definitely go ahead with an MBA.
I am confused. Should I go for an MBA or not?
I mean, I would say, it has been only 1.5 months for me here, but I think I have an experience of a lifetime. It's great. It's amazing.
Within 1.5 months.
It's amazing. Like, even today afternoon, when I was coming to meet you guys, so there's my friend, an American friend. He came to my place, so I made dal. Like he had dal along with me and my roommate, and then he was like, "Wow, I just love Indian food." And then he came back and dropped me here. So it feels great, like interacting with different people from the cultures. So yeah, it's fantastic for me.
How much of a difference did the average or the mean or the median salary that they have here, $150,000, $160,000, made in your decision of choosing Emory? Was that consideration? Did that make a difference?
Yeah, I mean definitely.
As an Indian, it
Yeah,
does.
exactly. So as an Indian, we are investing so much, and we really want to have quick returns. But see, as you said, I really like your question. You said like, did it make any difference, and did you consider it? Yes, I did really consider, because I'm looking at the placements. But I don't think it should make a huge difference. You see, that's what most of the people, they do a mistake. I mean, even I can take an example of IIMs as well. When people get at IIMs, they look at the base or the median, like, it's 18 lakhs here, it's 17.5 here, so I'll go to the 18 lakhs one. Just because it's like 50,000. So it's not the entire thing. You need to understand where the college is located, what kind of professors they have, like, is it good in finance, is it good in marketing, like what you want to choose. So similarly here, I was really looking at all the placements and the average and the median salaries. But again, as I said, your gut says something. When you speak to the professors, or when you attend their webinars, or when you talk to the alumni, I somehow feel like Emory is my go-to school. I just realized it, and probably that's the reason I didn't even apply to Cornell or Kellogg, because I felt like this is the right fit to me. And as I thought, I came here, I could see exactly. People at Emory are very empathetic, everyone, and I feel I'm very empathetic as well. That's the reason I got this emotional connect with Emory.
In terms of student experience, you have had a very good experience.
Yeah.
Other students alongside with you, what's the worst experience? I want to see the bad side now. What's the worst experience students have had?
Okay, we have just been like 1.5 months. I don't think like anybody of them would have like the worst experience.
Bad experience?
Yeah. I mean, to be really honest, see, maybe because people come from different countries, language might be a barrier.
Okay.
I could talk about a barrier, but it's not a bad experience, because at least in India we are very used to talking English. Like people from other nations, so they're not very used to talking English, so that becomes a little troublesome for them. So that's the only thing which I noticed, with my classmates. And yeah, and obviously like most of them work like for 5-6 years or 4 years, and they come over here, and then sitting in a class, and where you have to do the presentations, then you have an examination, then you have an homework to submit, assignment to submit. So probably that's what would have.
That's an iPhone, man. I would check it again.
It's an old iPhone. That's okay. So yeah, I feel these are the minimum which everybody has to go through. So, but there's nothing like a bad experience here.
If you had to give me step-by-step procedure.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, 2:42.
Sorry. If you had to give me a step-by-step procedure, how do we select a college? How should we select a college?
Okay. So, okay.
How did you select a college? Right or not?
Yeah, I see. It all depends.
Step by step.
Yeah. So first you give your GMAT, because that's the most important.
Selecting college. You have got acceptance from 4 colleges now.
Oh yeah, that's what. So after giving your GMAT, you should know, like, based on your GMAT score, which colleges are in your reach.
How do you know that as a...
So again, it depends upon, like, you need to use the internet and try to find out like what's their median or mean GMAT scores.
Did you know what the GMAT score for Emory was?
I think it was close to 700 or 700. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
nice.
yeah, I mean, I
remember that.
yeah. So, and generally I feel like the Indian male, they should have at least 20 points above their the school's average.
Yeah.
So then based on that, you need to look at, like, is scholarship really important to you, or the place you are going, or as I told earlier, you need to take all these factors into consideration and then make a list of schools which you feel like you could definitely sure you would get into, and then obviously it's good to have a safe school, because you just try to one school and you don't get it, then that's a bad idea.
One last question. I'm so sorry taking for so much.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I have time till 3 o'clock, so not an issue.
No, it's just last question. You got many students. I've not talked about any of these, and I've never thought of making a separate video. Here I feel like ये अलग से video बनेगा, teachers का अलग से video बनेगा. Sorry, I was asking you एक बहुत अच्छा question आया था यार, भूल गया मैं.
Oh, you said a last question, and yeah, I don't remember it.
But 7:30. One more thing. 7:30. Why did you not apply to like Emory's top tier school?
Yeah, true.
But other top tier schools.
Yeah, so basically I was focusing only on the 1-year programs. So there are very few colleges which provide the 1-year programs. One is Kellogg for sure, NYU, Cornell, and then we have Emory. And Duke also provides 1 year, but you should have done your MS in Duke if you have to apply for the Duke 1-year program. And Cornell and NYU, I feel they are too much of tech driven. So okay, I'm interested in tech as well, but I wanted to have like the entire spectrum. Yeah. So then I was basically Kellogg, Cornell, and Emory were my top shots. So I wanted to give the best effort to any one of them, but I knew that if I get into Kellogg, I have a good probability, but I would not be getting a scholarship. I really didn't want to spend too much out of my pocket.
The number of students, Indian students, how many do we have here?
Oh yeah. So when I was looking out for colleges in the US, one thing I was really sure was I wanted a diversity.
Okay.
So that's something I was looking out for. So here for the 1-year MBA, we had a very small batch size of just 44 students, and we have 6 Indians in the class.
6 Indians?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. 44 misses 6. That's good.
Yeah, and we have like people from Colombia, we have people from China, Korea, like Dominican Republic. So like it's great. Like we have a great diversity. So this is our Delta Leadership Hub. So this was sponsored by Delta, like the airlines company with whom we have like great connections.
Yeah,
with.
I heard they hire maximum of our students here.
Yeah, and so right now because it's summertime, so we all the 1-year MBA students, we have our classes in here. So you can just have a look at it.
Can you go inside?
Yeah. So yeah, this is where we have our classes. The 1-year folks.
Now, if you liked this video with Sai and are considering to study in USA, you might want to watch this video. I mean, this would be perfect. Click.